Sorry,
Like this?
we
Like
should
this?
have planned that. Yeah, that's going to be better.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Because for the stream.
Yeah. So, also, I have an English-speaking teacher because English is not my native language, right? You can see it. And once my teacher just said that, Olga, you have such a great pronunciation. You don't have an accent. I was like, no, it's not true. It's not true. She was saying, yes, it is. I was like, no. She was like, yes. And then she said, among my Russian-speaking clients. Yeah, and I was like, oh my God, if I'm on Russian-speaking clients, yes. But I know that I do have an accent, yeah. And this is why, if you don't understand anything, if something is not clear for you, just raise your hand and we'll repeat and we'll explain it. Okay? Yeah, great. So let's do this. Fernando, thank you for introduction. Yeah, for the introduction, and you already told a lot about me. So I will just invite you to my page, to my LinkedIn page. Let's connect on LinkedIn. And yes, I used to work for Microsoft. Was responsible for social media there in Central and Eastern Europe region. It's like 33 countries. A lot of countries, yeah, and now I run my own team, my own agency, and we help mostly tech companies and some companies in digital, in logistics, and in finance to build their experts' personal brands on social media. And today we are going to talk about this concept of social selling. What is it? This is the expert social media profile development to acquire potential clients, partners, or employees. It means that you take some personalities, not a company page, and you develop their profiles to achieve some business goals. Because if, for example, we are talking about B2B companies, it works much better, right? If we, for example, develop personalities and we connect with people from personal accounts comparing to the company account. Probably you don't follow any companies, like B2B companies, you're not a fan of them, you don't follow their news, right? You follow some people, yeah? Some influencers maybe, and this is how it works. So, what we do in social selling? First, we start with connecting with people on social media, we send them connection requests, or we start with following them and then send connection requests. Then we post regular content because we need to build our personal brands. We need to establish some new connections and show our expertise. And after that, we start some just very soft networking interactions, right? We, for example, put likes, comments, or some other small interactions in their profiles, like endorse skills, etc. And then we jump to the conversation in private messages, because in private messages magic happens, yeah. Because what happens there, you could agree to have some next steps, like calls, meetings, maybe you could ask people to try your product or service or something else. So good things happen in personal messages. So and we could also follow up some people there if they start ignoring us. And for social selling, it's called social because you could use some various social media networks, but LinkedIn is the main platform for social selling. Why? Because, sorry, I just don't, I don't only have a problem with my knee, but with my voice today too. So yeah, let's do this. Why LinkedIn? Because this is a business social media platform, right? And it's okay for people to communicate with some people they just completely don't know. If you, for example, send connection requests to some complete strangers, it's okay, and they could reply, you could agree on something, etc. But if you do the same on Facebook or somewhere else, or even if you send some messages on Twitter, on X, yeah, people will not reply because it's more about like public activities, personal brand. And here on LinkedIn, you can achieve some great results, like business results. And for LinkedIn, for social selling, we use AI a lot. We do various things with AI. Why? Because we need some help, you know, because when you just sit in front of the white paper and think about some new ideas. It's very hard, right, to make it up, and it takes a lot of time. And with AI, you can just create something faster. Maybe it will be not perfect. You probably already generated a lot of things with AI, and you know that, especially with ChatGPT, it's usually not perfect. But still, you have something, right? And you could just use it and maybe rewrite it, redo it, but it's much easier to do it. So, how to use AI for social selling? Let's start with your positioning on social media, because your positioning is the basis. You start with that, and you need to decide, are you expert in something, or you're visionary in something, or you may be just, I don't know, you could build your personal brand as an entrepreneur, or as some just director or product manager or someone else. And here I will be showing some prompts, and they're long usually, yeah. But I will share these slides with you so you could copy them and save them and have them. So for establishing your profile positioning, you could, for example, choose any positioning expert you trust or you just respect, and use them as references, because if you mention some references, some methodology or some expert, it helps you very much, because this person already has some maybe structures, how they generate positioning strategy or something else. This is why I have this prompt, and I get quite detailed results, yeah, with many various points like target audience, unique sales proposition, and everything what I need. And then when I've got, I can make it back because it's a lot of text, yeah. When I've got my LinkedIn positioning, actually, what would be your positioning? Because usually it's a mix between professional and personal roles. For example, I'm an expert probably in social selling, and I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a team lead, and also I have some personal roles, like I have a family, I have 2 cats actually, a daughter, and I'm interested in AI. So this is my positioning, because it should be the whole picture, and it should include your personal and professional roles. What do you think about it? What kind of positioning would you generate? Like, are you an expert in something or something else? What would you like to talk about on LinkedIn? Could you share? It's just interesting. Who's here? Yeah.
Share.
Yeah.
All I ever do is promote people.
Yeah.
And so I'm not the right person to do it. I mean,
That's
So
part of
you-
your position.
I don't,
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm a promoter. I promote
Connector,
people.
maybe.
Connector, introduce people, do posting a lot, and I have it on my description where I say I'm a connector. So pretty much that's all I do all day
Yeah.
on LinkedIn.
Great. Yeah, it's very important. This is how you build your network and find the
Yeah, so
opportunities.
people want me to
Yeah.
introduce them to people, and so I do it.
Yeah.
And, I reach out, blah, blah.
Great, yeah. A networker, yeah. Cool. Thank you. Maybe someone else would like to share? Yeah, please.
Yes. In my business, I'm trying to connect business to business,
Uh-huh.
where we try to pool money together to buy properties, and in return, our renters receive a portion of those rents every month. We're trying to kind of create a movement where we pool monies together and buy properties, right? So the vendors now always advertise, right, to get customers. Here's that you're going to have customers with value and money in order to buy the products the vendors are offering. So we're creating our own opportunity by doing this.
Yeah, so you're expert in, if to say it like shortly, you're expert in what?
In real estate, but
Real estate,
in terms of renting.
Okay,
you know.
yeah,
So
yeah.
versus the landlord is taking all the profits, you're sharing the profits with the tenants and in
Great.
turn create
Yeah.
opportunity for
Residential or
It could be
commercial?
residential, primary residential, but it can work in commercial as well.
Mm-hmm.
We would like to start with residential.
Okay, yeah, but actually if you work with B2C audiences,
Yeah.
usually LinkedIn is not the first, maybe you're not the first choice, yeah, because on LinkedIn it's very effective to work with B2B and with investors. For example, for B2C segment, you could work with some investors, with some high net worth individuals on LinkedIn, yeah, you could work with them.
Well, I would prefer that the businesses help in building this versus finding a particular investor, because they're going to benefit in the long run, right?
Yeah.
So if we all promote or offer a small amount, generally they get great return on your
So, yeah, thank you so much. And maybe the last example for the positioning, yeah, please.
Mine's a little different than what he was saying.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I'm working on is through my grad school program, we're working on a specific startup. So I guess like some of the communities that I'm involved in are like my grad school, like my undergrad alumni association, previous employers, and like some startup groups that I'm part of.
Yeah, so it's also mostly about networking and connecting people, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like for sharing, yeah. Yeah, very similar positioning. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, the last one. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I got really interested in this conference because I do lead generation, like prospecting.
Yeah.
And I want to prospect 100 potential clients in 8 hours, to prospect them in 3 hours through automation. But I'm looking forward to know more about the tools that you may be using, so I can make my process better.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. And I would like to comment on that our today's presentation is not about the active lead generation. It's more about like this joint approach of inbound activities, like you are building your personal brand on LinkedIn and you create content, you establish your expertise. And on the second hand, you could just, on the other hand, you just, for example, do something else. You proactively send messages and reach out to people, but without selling messages, with some networking messages. So let's deep dive into it. So first, you need to design your LinkedIn profile. When you have your positioning, you made a decision. I will be expert in this, for example, and my additional roles will be this and that. You need to design your profile. And first is your profile picture and your visuals. Here, usually people just have some pictures, yeah, it's okay, and they just put them on LinkedIn. But if you don't have a professional photo, you can generate it with AI. And there are so many apps, and I can see these ads all the time on Facebook and everywhere. And I was just wondering, is it possible to generate an AI picture without buying any additional apps, just with my Midjourney subscription? Because I already have it, I already pay these $10 each month. So can I do it or not? And I found the instruction. I will also share this link with you. But what you should do here, you could add this inside face swap bot to your Discord server. And after that, you upload your, if you would like to take a picture, yeah, please. So you just add this bot, and when you have this bot, you upload your picture, and you also generate some pictures in Midjourney, and then you swap faces. Here, these examples are not the perfect ones, because my initial results in Midjourney doesn't look very natural, right? It's not like the usual picture, like a photo. This is why my face doesn't look also as a real photo. But if I, for example, use some photographers' names in the prompt, I will get very, very realistic picture from Midjourney, and I could swap it, and I'll have pretty realistic pictures of mine. So you can try it if you want. Or some additional examples. I've also tried various haircuts, and so it's just fun. You can try something, try some new looks. This one is better,
No,
yeah?
the second one, but the one on the that one right
Yeah.
there.
Okay,
That one looks the
yeah.
most
That
accurate.
looks
Thank
most
you.
like you.
Yeah, it looks like me, yeah. Almost. So when you have your picture, this is the real one actually. It's from the photo set with some rubber ducks. You need to think about your headline, your profile headline, because headline is very important on LinkedIn, and LinkedIn search indexes it, and you could just be found by someone you want, like recruiters or maybe some companies that are looking for some partners, and profile headline is the most important thing, I would say, on your LinkedIn profile. And I have some prompts for you. One of them is that you could generate, for example, 20 options of your profile headline, and it's very important to add this phrase, optimize it for LinkedIn search. Because if you don't add this phrase, it means that ChatGPT or other neural networks, they just become very creative, and they could just say like, you're mastering something, or magician, or something else. So you will just look at these options and think that, what's wrong with you, ChatGPT? And if you add this phrase, optimize it, it starts working much better. So I will show you my results. First is from ChatGPT, and I could show only 16 of them because of the screen size, and I liked 5 out of 16. So it's not all of them, yeah, they are not perfect, but still, I have some options that I like. But for Claude AI, I actually did the same thing, and I used the same prompt in Claude AI. And for Claude AI, I liked 8 out of 16. So I think that it's much better. Actually, Claude AI, I like it very much. And Fernando also mentioned it in his presentation. It works much better because it speaks more natural language compared to ChatGPT. Because you already know what kind of words and phrases are like the ChatGPT style, yeah, and you could identify it, like delve into something or something else, yeah, some specific words. But for Claude, it's much better. So I would recommend it for this prompt. Also, LinkedIn just recently introduced their own AI features that you could rewrite something with AI. You could just click to this button, write with AI for your profile headline or for your about section or something else, and it does right, but it does it not very well, so you can see some options here, and they are very short, and actually it just, in the third one, I'm a Master of Science in Psychology and Business, but who cares? now I do completely different things. Yeah, I'm more about marketing, about LinkedIn and everything, but it just took it somewhere from my profile, yeah, and generated the option. And you can also generate your about section with ChatGPT or Claude AI or some experience sections based on some prompts. What you need to do is to give these neural networks some certain structures, some certain scenarios how to do it. And this is one example how we usually do it, because we need some certain things here. We need it to say what I do and who I am. We needed to provide some contact information, and we needed to add some personal details to build trust. And also, this is why we created that positioning strategy. We could use it here and also generate your about section based on your positioning strategy. And yeah, if you need, sorry, I'm just trying to be faster. Yeah, and actually for this, you can use various neural networks, not just ChatGPT, and what I usually use. I use Perplexity, because Perplexity gives you some sources, and I will show you a little bit later. I use Claude AI because it speaks normal language, not like ChatGPT, and of course I use ChatGPT, and ChatGPT has a lot of GPTs, previously plugins, and I will also show some of them. And you could use LinkedIn AI tools, but I haven't seen anything like any good results from LinkedIn AI. Next topic is AI content creation. Here, Do you use AI for content creation? Have you tried?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you think?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, pretty good for you. Yeah, not so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So.
It depends if you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so definitely, yes. You need to know what you're doing. And first, what you can do, like very safely, is to generate some content ideas, because it could be your author content without any AI, but you could just pick some ideas from ChatGPT or other neural network, and you could use just this prompt and give it, like share your positioning strategy we've already generated and create some post ideas. So it gives a lot of various ideas of various topics I could use. Yeah, so like I like this one, Throwback Thursday, Microsoft edition. So I could, for example, tell some stories about my life at Microsoft before. Yeah, so it gives me some funny ideas I could use. And also, you could generate maybe some non-standard ideas. I've asked it to generate some ideas for like AI-related topics. And for non-standard ideas, ChatGPT suggests some like AI and mental health, AI and agriculture, and some other non-very standard topics. And for example, for viral topics, it suggests something different. It suggests some humor, memes, and fails, and everything what people like to discuss. Yeah, so it depends on your prompt, what you're asking about. And also, what I like to use is Perplexity, of course, because for Perplexity, it's great that it just could give you some resources. You could use them for your content. Yeah, you can just find some recent statistics, some recent data, and create posts based on this information. Yeah, it's very easy, and you don't need to spend so much time just looking for some data, some information. This is an example of this kind of posts. Actually, this is the second scenario, how you can use your AI tools to generate content from scratch. You can create content based on someone else's content. Does it sound bad? Yeah, you're stealing something. Yeah. But in reality, I don't recommend you to steal something, right? I recommend you to create some posts based on the others' posts, articles, videos mentioning these people. And they will really appreciate it. If you mention them, they could like it, comment on it, or even share your post if it's good. And if they like it very much, they could share it. This is why I recommend doing this post from time to time. You find something like the post you like very much from an influencer or video or something else, and you can create this post based on someone else's content. This is the script example, like a prompt example. And this is the result from ChatGPT. It's just, I came across from Scott Abra's posts, so I could mention him, and he will see it. He will know that I've mentioned him. And also, if, for example,
couldn't you also add something like that you disagree with the article? Suppose you.
Yeah. Yes, you could do it, definitely. I had the second example like that, but we just had very hard cuts together with Sharon. Yeah. So I don't have this example anymore. But yeah, you can disagree, and ChatGPT could provide some arguments. Why it's not true, for example, why you disagree with that. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. But I think that if you want this person to like you, if you agree and support their opinions, it would work better. But for some people, if these people are controversial and they're provocative, they could like it if you disagree with them. They like discussions, yeah. So it depends on the person you are referring to. And if you don't have any post like text, you have only video, you can use some GPTs. For example, what I usually use, I like VoxScript. I like this GPT because you can just give it a link, like YouTube link, and it takes a transcript from YouTube and creates whatever you want. You want a LinkedIn post, it could create it based on the video, or you want, I don't know, an article or something else. So I liked very much. And actually, here's the example, yeah, that I just wanted to use urban dictionary style, yeah? And I actually hate this fucking urban dictionary, sorry, because it just spoils everything. You could read about any word and you will not want to use it after that. But it's just awful. But the language in Urban Dictionary is very conversational, it's simple, it's engaging. This is why when I use it as a reference, it works well. Yeah, so no hard feelings to Urban Dictionary. And this is an example how it could work. Yeah, that I actually worked on my own video. This is why it says that Olga watched I just watched Olga Bondareva's video, etc. So, and it talks about it. Yeah, and I like the language that it's quite engaging and simple, like it's not just a buzz and something like that, yeah, so it's quite alive. So, use references in your prompts. You know, for Midjourney, it's very obvious, right, that you use references all the time. For example, create this my portrait in Salvador Dali style or something like that. But for example, ChatGPT and other generative neural networks that work with the texts, it's not so obvious. People, they don't usually use references. They just say, make it conversational, make it simple, make it shorter, make it something else. But if you use some certain references of some influencers you like, or writers, or someone else, it works well. And you could just make your post much better, comparing to usual, you know, ChatGPT style with all of these words. How else can you use AI for creating content? First, you can use the script for transcribing your voice. This is just, you know, some text I've just said without any preparation, with some etc. words, yeah, and it's just very raw. And what I've done here, I've just gave this transcript to ChatGPT and Claude, and they created LinkedIn posts based on this very, very raw transcript. How it looks like. Claude just shared my story and comparing to this one, yeah, etc. So it's much better, yeah. It's created just a very good story, I guess. Of course, it doesn't have many details, many facts. Maybe I could enrich it with some additional information, but I didn't give it to it. I just, in my story, which I just recorded, I didn't give any facts. This is why what I've got after that is just quite, I would say, abstract text without any facts and numbers, but still, yeah, I can use it or I can enrich it with some additional facts. For example, I've found with Perplexity, I found some additional statistics. I wanted to, I don't know, to just add some numbers, some information from respectful sources like PwC or Edelman or something else, and I've added some additional statistics to my text. And started my story a little bit later. First I mentioned some statistics and then I've just proved it with my own experience. So this is how you can do it. And actually, of course, you can also create something completely from scratch, yeah, but I didn't say it. So, because usually I think that on social media, it's important to be unique, yeah, and it's important to share your stories. And what people actually value about it is when you share your personal experience, facts that recently happened to you or happened to you in the past, yeah. And if you just generate something theoretical, it's just boring, and social media users, they just will not like it. But I see it all the time that people actually do it, and for some people, for influencers, for example, when they share just some theoretical posts like, I don't know, do this and that, without any personal experience, without any personal stories, it works, yes, something. For some of them it works, but I wouldn't recommend doing that because, yeah, your facts in your life, they are most valuable. And even, for example, if you think that you are talking about some obvious things on LinkedIn, if they are based on your real experience, they will be unique. And even if, I don't know, hundreds of people already told about that on social media, on the internet, your experience will be different and your story will be completely different. And I would recommend use your own experience. And it's just a skill you can train just to notice things in your life that just happen in your life, and you can just start thinking, yeah, it can become a social media post. Yeah, I can write it down like an idea, or I can record a short note for myself, and after that I can transform it to a post. So yeah, this is how I would recommend doing it. And when we created a lot of content, yeah, we already have some content on LinkedIn, and we grow our audience systematically. What we can do, we need to do some networking activities with them, of course, because this is how we build relationships. And you can, for example, just jump. You can jump to messages, to personal messages, and start pitching to people, but usually it's not very comfortable for them. This is why I would recommend starting with some softer activities like networking. Yeah, and what you can do here, you can start with commenting people. And have you seen maybe AI-generated comments? Could you identify them, right? Yeah, you know. You'll know. It's true, yeah. This is why, for example, this is the just random posts I found on my newsfeed. And if I just ask Claude AI to generate a comment, it generates something like that. Actually, it's much better than ChatGPT because of the language. So probably even if you have this simple prompt, you can already just do something with that, because in Claude AI, it will give you much more, I don't know, natural looking comment comparing to ChatGPT, because ChatGPT will give you just much longer comment with all of these words, and yeah, you will understand it. Or you can, yeah, we cut it, but the second example, but in my second example, it was a long post, and I took just one piece of it. Yeah, just one point. For example, it was a post where we had 2 points, three points, and I took one, and I asked Claude to generate a comment based on just one idea from the post. And it sounds more natural, because if you generate it not about the whole post, yeah, it's what real people do. They just pick an idea that triggers them somehow, maybe they like it or they dislike it, and they create a comment based on the certain, I don't know, point, certain idea. So you could do it this way. I will share this example with you. It's in my longer version, an ultimate guide. So what else you can do? You can send personal messages, because as we mentioned before, magic happens there in personal messages. And what you need to do is to start conversations with people. And how you can do it using AI? You can, for example, ask it to generate a networking message. You could give this person a headline, profile headline, and you could just set up some rules, give some information about yourself, and also give some posts, LinkedIn posts of this person. Because, sorry, if you generate some messages based on the content of this person, yeah, it feels very, very personalized, because it means that you saw the profile, you did your homework, and you just, it's not just your pitching without any preparation. So,
I got a question.
Sure.
So I like that you said remove phrases such as "I came across" and "I noticed,"
Yeah.
because those are just those typical telltale signs that
Yes.
somebody's trying to pitch you. But why remove "I hope" and "hope"?
Because there are also some cliche phrases with
Yeah.
I hope, it's like, I don't remember the exact phrases, like I hope you are doing well or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is why, yeah, it's just cliche, which people usually avoid in normal life, and they don't speak like this, and only, I don't know, some very official people who'd like to speak official language, they are saying like, I hope you are doing well today, yeah. And there are a lot of memes on this topic, like people asking you. I don't remember exactly, but it was about this. I hope you are doing well today, or something like that. And they are like,
Yeah.
I was well before your message. Now I'm not well.
I don't like that.
Yeah. So
Worries me.
yeah, there are so many of them. And here you can see the result that what ChatGPT does and Claude does. ChatGPT, actually it was the post about working on Saturday and some other things. And it started with this post, working on Saturday and everything, and then introduced me and just asked maybe, let's just connect, maybe we'll explore some synergies, etc. So it's quite soft message and it's personalized. This is why, I don't know, do you like it or not? Yeah. What do you think?
It's good. It's better. I mean, because you're focusing on a personal.
Yeah, maybe it's not perfect. You can rewrite it somehow, but it's raw AI without any like human touch. And what Claude generated for us, they generated a little bit different message, and they focused not on working on Saturdays. It's focused on some other things like events in San Diego. So it's more boring than the previous one. This is why I would recommend creating something like messages or some descriptions in various platforms, in various neural networks, and just compare the results and choose the best one. Or you can combine it, yeah, and create something unique based on, I don't know, Claude results, ChatGPT results, Perplexity results, or something else, like LinkedIn AI results, probably. And what else you can do? This is more about lead generation, not just networking, like very soft networking. You could use some other ChatGPT plugin or GPT. It's called GP Cheetah. And what it gives to you, it gives you some additional information. For example, you just give it your website. And based on website, it generates your value proposition, your ICP, and some buyer personas, and LinkedIn and email messages. So I like it because it's just a step-by-step guide you can do. Yeah, you do one step, the second, etc. It generates a lot of information. Some examples, it generated a value proposition for me, and because it's also just proposed what kind of ideal customer profile I could have, yeah, and also it generated some messages. Like this one, this short one, yeah, this actually, and it gives me some comments that this is for these kind of ICPs. And it also generated some additional messages, like, I noticed you recently blah blah blah, it's challenging. These examples, they are more like selling, you can feel that someone is selling to you. But I like that one, the previous one, more, but still you can just maybe experiment with that and try some other neural networks like Claude AI and just generate, for example, your value proposition, your ICPs, and your buyer persona with Cheetah. And this is the very funny topic that you could also use some psychological AI to, or for example, to build your personalized communication with your audience based on their some personal characteristics and their personal type. I will tell you about two platforms. First platform is Psychological AI, and the second platform is Crystal. Psychological AI is a just Chrome extension. Yeah, you could just set it up on your Chrome browser, and what it gives you some, like my psychological type, yeah, my personality, and based on this information, it also gives some of my characteristics and some recommendations on how to communicate with me. And yeah, what kind of, for example, motivators I have, what's important for me. And you can also try it on some various people you are interested in, your potential clients, your potential partners. You could just just analyze them with this AI extension. But of course, it sounds weird that we could analyze someone based just on their LinkedIn profile. But it's pretty accurate in terms of, for example, I tried it on myself, I tried it on several people I know well, yeah, and it shows quite good results.
But your AI profile, your LinkedIn profile is generated by AI, and it's being used by another AI.
Yeah, actually, yeah. And my personality is generated by AI. So basically, yeah,
She's
it
not
works
real.
well.
She's a hologram right now.
Yeah,
even.
I'm a robot.
Yeah.
This one works well, and it creates messages, but it's based on these specifics, these characteristics of this certain person. It could create a personalized message for this person. Not really personalized, but based on some, I don't know, some characteristics of this person. But I don't like messages it generates. What I would recommend to just take this information from, for example, psychological AI and give it to Claude. And Claude will, or ChatGPT, and they will generate much better messages than this one. And the second Chrome extension is Crystal. Crystal uses disk typology. Maybe you heard disk. If you work in some large corporations, yeah, they usually have some training about disk typology, and they just, for example, choose your type based on some questions. And actually, I also participated in trainings like this in Microsoft, and actually we invited a psychologist to speak about, and a coach to speak about it for my team. And this is really my type. I have like DI or ID. I'm not decided yet. I haven't decided yet, but I have something similar. So it's just somehow knew it just by my profile description, because I didn't give any additional information. And this is the free edition, and you could analyze, if I remember correctly, 5 people for free, and after that you need to pay. And what it gives you, because I analyzed my own profile, here it just gives me some tips and tricks how me with the influencer type could communicate with also me with the same type. But if you analyze someone else's profiles, it will give you some recommendations on how to communicate with people with different types, yeah, not your own. So, and it gives you some recommendations, what to say, how to do it, how to show you information to this person, yeah, what you shouldn't do usually for this person, yeah, and it's helpful, I guess, because usually we don't think about communication on LinkedIn from this side or by email. We don't think about psychological aspect of it. We usually are thinking about how to make it shorter, how to provide more value in this, how to give some maybe certain numbers. But people are different, and maybe it's a good idea that you could adapt your message just to some various personalities. And what else it could give you? It could give you some templates of the messages based on various funnel stages. Because, for example, for you could sell, you could just set up a discovery call, you could you want to organize a demo session for this person or something else. You could just do some networking with this person. So it gives you some examples. And at the end of my presentation, I just wanted to remind you about various stages of social selling that we have: positioning and profile design. We need to create regular content. We need to grow our audience and do some like soft networking, networking interactions, some conversations, etc. And then we can do, if we want, we can do some lead generation activities. And in my like 100-page presentation, I will share with you, I have some more information about lead generation part, because I'm also talking about Clay AI. Yeah, and I have a bonus for you. This is about getting your LinkedIn Top Voice badge. And I can talk about it, but first I would just ask, maybe you have some questions or comments about what I've just shared. Maybe you have some different opinions. Yeah, let's discuss. Yeah, please.
The one question that I had was a couple slides back when you used the AI to analyze your persona on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Was it doing that through your post that you had, or it was looking at your background and jobs and making a determination off of that?
Do you mean psychological persona?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think even a slide or two before.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
this one, yeah.
that one.
Yeah, I'm not sure because, of course, I can see the algorithm, how it works, but based on these outcomes, I can see, I think that it works based on all of my information it found on my page, yeah. Like, definitely, all of the descriptions, that's for sure. About posts, I'm not sure that whether it uses them or not, yeah.
Yeah, I was asking that because obviously you have a lot of content on
Yeah.
your LinkedIn page, but some of the people that we might be reaching out to might just have like job descriptions and previous employment experience.
Yeah, what I would recommend to try it on people you know, and you know their psychological characteristics, how they communicate, what's important to them, what their values are, and just try it, and you will understand whether it works well or not. Yeah, for me, I've tried it on several people. I think that it works quite well, but yeah, you can do it yourself and try it. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question. How do you get to the level of like high engagement on LinkedIn, like people like you do, or like I don't know if you know this young woman, Lara Acosta.
Oh, yeah.
There's a Mexican woman who lives in England, and she gets like about 500 comments on almost every single one of their posts. Like, what is the secret to that? Is it a combination of like posting every day and then commenting on other people's stuff, and then getting a pool of people to comment on your stuff, kind of black, gray hat type of stuff, or like?
Yeah.
What is the secret?
No one knows. Yeah, it's a systematic work. Yeah, you need to post regularly. Your audience just needs to expect your post at the same maybe time, at the same days. It usually works better if you just build this habit in your audience, and they wait for your content from like certain days or on the certain time. And the second, yeah, you need to post regularly all the time, and you need to engage with people. That it's very important. Like their content and comment on that. And usually, who interacts with your content? People who, for example, you know in person mostly, usually, because just random people from LinkedIn, from social media, it's not very comfortable for them to interact with your content, because they know that if they put this like, their audience can see your post. Yeah, it's a lot of responsibility, it's a pressure, I would say. And this is why not all of them, they interact. Not all the LinkedIn users, they interact with your content. But if they know you personally, it's just builds trust. And this is why I would recommend, for example, doing it this way, that just build your network on site, like visit some events, like networking events, conferences, and everything offline, and connect with those people, and they will be your first supporters. And when you have more like many likes on your posts, it becomes more comfortable for others to like it or comment on it, because it's just, when you already have many supporters, they can just feel that, wow, this person is cool. It means that it's social proof. You can also put this like or comment on this post, and it doesn't feel this like a pressure, and doesn't feel like the huge responsibility anymore, because there are already a lot of supporters. Yeah.
Perfect.
It's just psychological.
Thanks
Thank you. So maybe some other questions, comments? Yeah.
Is there any differentiation between when you do like a cold outreach,
Yeah.
or you trying to apply for certain positions, like in order to how to structure it?
Yeah, it's a little bit different, because for cold outreach, it works well, especially in the US. What works well? If you first do something on site, for example, you visited this event, and you connect with all of these people here, and maybe you didn't have a chance to talk to all of them because there are so many people here. But you've mentioned that, hi, we've been at the same event, for example, AI for marketing.
Just build up some more trust.
Yeah. It just builds trust, something in common, and people, they connect to you and they reply to your messages more likely, comparing to the situations when it's just your cold connection request and cold message. And this works well for lead generation and for networking. For job search, it's different, because I don't have this experience personally. I've never were looking for a job on LinkedIn, but we invited several speakers from various companies, from international companies, large corporations mostly, who had this experience. And all of them, they just were sharing the same algorithm, how they did it. And how they did it, they connected, for example, they found some job positions they are interested in, like open positions on LinkedIn, for example. And they connect with people from these companies that are maybe on some related positions, maybe in the same department or close to this position. And they just send them messages asking to refer them to these companies. Yeah, and they refer these people on LinkedIn, yeah, this cold audience, they refer you because it also can be beneficial for them. They could get some money from it, yeah. And they refer you, and this is how these people get their jobs through LinkedIn.
Finds that someone, like if 5 people will refer you at the same time.
No, it doesn't work this way, because not all of them want to refer you. People are lazy, very lazy. So if you, for example, you can connect with 100 people from one company and just one person will refer you.
If they replies that they're like willing to,
yeah.
Because they'll also get some rewards at the top.
Yes, and if, I don't know how their systems work. For example, maybe they share profits between these people. Maybe they choose just the first person who referred. I'm not sure how these systems, like internal systems in the corporations, how they work. I don't know, because I didn't work at HR. But still, they don't know who already recommended you, for example, to a certain company, and they can do it. And I guess for HR, it's a good sign that several people recommend you, that they will notice you among all of these requests. So yeah, it's beneficial, I guess. Yeah, please.
So in your initial LinkedIn message to the person that you're reaching out to,
yeah.
Is your call to action for that to follow up with a discussion with you, or you're using that as refer me to a job, or you should try out our product? What has worked better?
I would recommend first like networking message style. Yeah, like let me just show you an example, because I've recently we generated it for a client. And for example, hi, it's for some new connections. Hi, I admire your work in tech marketing. I'm always up for connecting with fellow marketers. I've made a transition from tech to marketing myself, and even recruited a NASA candidate to an ebook project. It's just some funny fact, but yeah, the real one. How about a quick virtual coffee to share experiences and explore potential collaborations? Looking forward to it. And this message is not your like sales message where you're pitching something. And it's not just soft networking messages. So we're happy to connect. Yeah, let's be in connections to each other. So you have a call to action here to maybe have a brief call to discuss some potential collaboration, but it's quite soft. Yeah, it's much softer comparing to some pitches we usually get on LinkedIn. So this level of softness, I would say, would work better. And it works better not only for the US, we have some projects in the UK, for example, in Western Europe in general, yeah, and there it will also work better comparing to your sales pitch. Yeah, so I would recommend a little bit softer approach.
Could you include that message in the slide?
Yeah. yeah, 100, the first slide, yeah. Yeah, I will do it. Yeah. Some other questions, comments? So let's go to our last secret. Last secret. It's about LinkedIn Top Voice badge. Do you have a LinkedIn Top Voice badge already? No? No one? Yeah. I do. And actually, we've done it for more than 30 clients. And we've just, based on our experiments, we figured it out, what to do, like step by step, what's the certain algorithm we could use here. This is how it looks like. This is not the blue badge, because blue badge, it's just a LinkedIn decision. Yeah, LinkedIn gives it to some people, they choose it. they choose, and this badge is called LinkedIn Community Top Voice. It means that community means LinkedIn users, they choose these people and they get these badges. First of all, what you need to do, you need to choose your expert topic. There are, I will include this link here too, and you could just go here and find various topics, like social selling. Today, for example, I was talking with an expert. She chose business strategy and or some career coaching or something like that, or something related to technology, and they have real estate, by the way, and some other topics. So you choose your topic, and then what you need to do, this is actually the whole algorithm on one slide. What you need to do first, you choose your topic among various topics like B2B marketing strategy, investment banking, or something else. Then, in each topics, you have a lot of articles. It means questions, yeah, and you could answer them inside each topic. Maybe if we have time, I can just share and show it to you. So there are various questions here, and you need to pick just 3 questions and answer them. And here is the rule. It works much better if you have 1 article, 1 answer, yeah, and so you just basically have 3 answers to 3 different articles. And then what you need to do, in each article, it has this top experts in this article. And there are top 3 people here, and you need to be one of them. Yeah, you need to be one of top 3 in 3 articles. If you are one of them, it means that you get your badge in maybe 22 hours or later. We had anti-record that one person just got it in 9 days.
Wow.
But it's a lot, yeah. It's a lot of time. Usually people just get them faster, much faster. So this is how it works, but how to become one of the top experts in the article? It's very stupid algorithm. It's just based on how many reactions your answers have. This is why we usually ask, for example, some colleagues, friends, yeah, some people, some partners to support the answers. They put their reactions and your answers go to top, and based on that, you become an expert. So I will show you, I will share it. So I just wanted to add how AI can help you here. You can, for example, record your answers with Descript, yeah, or some other, other solution. You can transcribe them and ask ChatGPT or Claude to generate these answers. So they will be your unique thoughts, and you will spend probably less time comparing to when you type it. But for some people, it's easy to write themselves without using any AI, without recording some audio. So for them, maybe it will work better. This is one example, and I did it this way. I just recorded my thoughts, and I asked ChatGPT to create text based on that, and it worked well. And I've got many likes from just random people. I've never asked them to support this answer. Yeah, I've just got these likes from them. Actually, these are my contacts. This is the QR code to my LinkedIn profile. Yeah, I would be happy to connect. And if you have any questions, or you would like to get my 100 slide presentation, yeah, it's already, I could create a meme based on that, yeah, 100 slide presentation. So yeah, just send me a message on LinkedIn or by email, and I will send it to you, because yeah, it's quite long and huge file. So, but I will share it with you. And maybe, yeah, I will add some additional slide with that message example we were talking about. Yeah?
I have one clarifying question on the articles.
Sure.
When you say 1 article, 1 answer. So like,
Yeah.
I've answered one of these articles before, and it was like seven separate questions under the topic.
Yeah.
And I answered all of them. Are you suggesting that you should do 1 per 1 topic?
Yeah, let me show it to you, because we need to agree on terms here, because there are various terminology is not so simple here. Let me find some topics. Yeah, I will show how it works. So, what kind of topic would you like to choose?
Influencer marketing.
Influencer marketing. Okay, let's find it. Influencer marketing, influencer marketing. So here, this is the topic, and inside topics, you have some articles. These are articles. Yeah, it means that you need one answer per one article. It works better. For example, just random articles. I choose this one. Yeah, I choose this one has just one contribution. It's not enough. We need at least two because we need to be in top 3, not in top 1, top 2. So here we need, this is the question. You are starting an internship, blah, 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 so probably this question is not for you, but still, we've just chosen it randomly. And what you need to do, you need just to maybe click here or, or here and leave just one contribution per article, just one, it's enough. If, because usually what we've noticed, if we, for example, post several contributions to one article, you get your badge just not so fast. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit different algorithm or something else, I don't know. But what we've noticed that if you just post one question, like one article, one answer, it works much better and you can get your badge very fast. So one answer here, yeah, and one answer here. And what's important here, that we have the section top experts in this article. You need to be here in 3 articles. And you need to stay here for at least 24 hours. And if you stay there, you will get your badge. How to get there? Here you can see that there are 3 people here and they have like 2 reactions, 1 reaction and 1 reaction. And what you need to do, you need just to have 2 reactions to get here, because it's very easy. It's based on the reactions. And here, for example, we have just 1 person here. It should be 3 people. Why just 1? It's because only him has some reactions. Other people, they don't have them. So I can just put some likes to random people answers without reading them, yeah. And if I refresh it, they will appear in the top. Actually, not all of them, but it works for one person, yeah. Not 3. I will just make
That's
it.
Adrian. He's going to be confused.
Yeah. So what I'm showing is that it's based on interactions. Yeah. Now there are 3 people here. It was 1. Now there are 3. So yeah, it's just very stupid algorithm. Yeah. And you need to be here for 22 hours in 3 articles. And after that, you just automatically receive your badge. And the third one, for example, here we don't have anyone. It means that if we don't have anyone, if you are just the only one expert, top experts in this article, you will not get your badge. You should be one of 3 top, like in the team of 3 top experts, right? To get your badge. If there are, for example, just 1 expert, just you or 2 experts, it doesn't work. This is why I usually also like some contributions of other people to have this team of 3. Like, for example, this one, what else we have here? This one, and actually there are, I guess, not only 2. So there are not so many people here. But if we just refresh it, we'll see that top is not empty anymore. Yeah, there are 2 people here, and you can be the 3rd one if you answer, and you will be in the top for sure. Because even if you ask just, for example, me to support it, and some of your friends or colleagues, you will be in the top. So this is how it works. And in some topics, what we've noticed that some topics, they are moderated in a very fast way, that you, for example, you answer and next day, like in 24 hours, you just get your badge.
But you better not to ask like all your friends to like it, because otherwise you're going to be, or it doesn't matter, if you're going to get 10 likes and you're going to be among these 3 people, it's also fine.
Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. If you have more likes, for example, they have just 1 and 1 and you have 24 likes, it's fine. It's fine. It means that you will be in this top for a long time. Yeah, no one will move you from the top. Yeah.
But I heard that this page works only for 2 months or.
Yeah, this is actually it's a good point. Yes, you get this badge for. Sorry.
We need to wind down.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if there's any more questions, we
Yeah.
gotta get out of here.
So, short answer, it's for 60 days. And after 60 days, you need to do it again, the same algorithm. And I've got it twice already. First, I had like B2B marketing strategy, and the second is social selling. And maybe LinkedIn will change the algorithm, and it will become much more harder, yeah, to get this page, maybe. But for now, it works this way. So you could get it at least for 60 days. And what we've noticed is that when you have this badge, it works on a psychological level, that people, for example, they approve your connection request better, they reply to your messages better, and they could even, I don't know, maybe ask you to speak somewhere on a podcast or somewhere else. So they feel that you're an expert, yeah, that if you have this badge.
Authority, validation, etc.
Yeah, but because they don't know that it's quite easy to get this badge, and they think that it's a miracle. Wow, you were approved by like LinkedIn.
So fantastic.
Yeah.
What we need to do before everybody leaves is we want to take a selfie.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Let's give it up for
Really, here, you do it with your hand, your arm. We
So
like
we're
to
gonna
get
do
a
a-
picture of the group. It's-
Everybody gather together because we want to get a group.
Well, no, we just
Selfie.
have these people behind us like that, if you want.
Yeah.
If you don't mind. Here.
So that we can.
It's for our, for the meetup.
All right, let me
Thank you.
see.
Here,
Everybody. Okay, here we go. Everybody there? 1, 2, 3.
Take
Woohoo!
quick
Everybody
Take
wave.
4 of them, so they look good. Okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Okay, one of us. Yeah, me and more. And a few more. Oh, wait, what? Sorry.
A lot of vendors out there
Turn this over to the. Oh, the three of us, wait, we need to get the three of us. Will you take a picture of us?
Sure.
Thank you.
Do you want a vertical or portrait?
Okay, hold on.
Do a vertical, because it's easier to post.
Thank you.
Because then I gotta, here.
All right, let's see. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Cheese. One more. 1, 2, 3. Cheese. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, Olga.
Thank you,
very much.
thank you,
Thank
thank
you
you.
for the opportunity.
No, it was fantastic.
What was your name? I met you.
Mike.
You've been here before.
I came to Gens Talk in FoodCon.
Yeah, I remember, you
I
were
didn't-
doing the
I just went to
AMA
By the way,
stuff.
we already had a conversation.
Yeah, with the parking.
I was curious.
Validate
If
parking.
anybody parking the garage doesn't like validation,
Profile, it's like $70.
it's not free, but it's at least a discount
Yeah.
price.
Does anybody like to you? Parking validation for a discount.
Tool with some various filters.
Emily,
Yeah,
up
for
front has
each part
parking
goes
stickers.
with yeah.
Do you find it's worthwhile from like a creator, like building your audience, etc. type thing?
I think that it depends on your activity, because if you're very, very active on LinkedIn, just without premium, it will be impossible to grow, because LinkedIn will just limit your actions.
Sure.
It will blur some lists. I don't know, maybe you've experienced it, but it just shows 3 people on the top and then blurs everyone else.
Yeah, I have like the $40 one that gives you like 90 days of its profile views and stuff, but it's like you see some folks have like the, you can get the like the link on their post that says like, oh, my website, schedule me a call in the feed. I think you get that as like the $70 version. I was like, man, I don't know, $70 a month is expensive. Is it worth it? I don't know. Yeah, it's like 40. No, it's like 540 a year or something like that. Yeah. Gosh, I don't know.
I think it makes sense only if you generate some revenue from it. Yeah, if it's just your investment, not just your cost.
And if you're looking for a job position, it's $500.
Sure. Yeah, I mean in the long run.
You're gonna lose much more.
Some of you don't know.
That's right.
Yeah, it's also about generating some money.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
All right, cool. Well, thanks, Olga.
Thank you.
Спасибо большое. Давай будем
Yes, you did. Yeah. I didn't hear what you
And
did.
I've been interacting with her for a long time, and
Okay, yeah.
She got
I
like
always
60
get it.
comments.
Мы прям очень хотим познакомиться, я тоже.
Oh, was she one of the people who were coming to speak?
Gotcha, gotcha.
I know her randomly. She's connected to her. Yes. Yeah. See?
Я очень классно, типа,
Okay. She's kind of peripherally connected to the CPG.
Yeah.
That's my client. She's commented on my client. She knows my client.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
know suddenly she's getting
Right.
60 comments on her post.
And sometimes,
Yeah, absolutely. The thing is, like, I put all of mine.
the majority of the people who comment on those kind of posts are because they see
Yeah.
it.
It's on my website.
Yeah, but
And they want to, they just want to pile in.
Her posts aren't like Isabella Victoria, like where you show the GPT and stuff.
So it's kind of inane stuff.
Yes, yes, that's where I wanted to see it. So the one I first noticed, like, she started sharing stuff on like her Sunday afternoon coffees, whatever.
Right.
Slowly. Then obviously she shared this weird fruit.
Yeah, less competitive. Twitter went to
Do you
shit.
know LinkedIn ads?
Yeah, so she is.
Usually what LinkedIn ads professionals do, they could, for example, start with promoting a video and then do some,
Yeah, it's good to
how
do.
it's called,
Yeah, if you want to know more about
retargeting, yeah, retargeting to those who watched this video with the call to action, maybe some offer to visit a website, something else, yeah. So make it like 2-step interaction or 3-step interaction before you start. Yeah. Is it not, don't include your call to action to the first ad with the video. First, let them watch it, and then the second ad, yeah, will just.
First one.
Right.
Teach
Yeah.
marketing.
I'm sharing 40,000.
Digital marketing.
Yeah, we don't agree with
Okay.
But this
Yeah.
one is like sharing
Second video.
already in call to action, like some short ads with some call to action, yeah, to visit your website or something.
I'm learning about the stories. That's what
Okay, nice. Yeah, for,
Yeah, and for
company.
videos, I can recommend you an influencer who creates a lot of
What is
videos,
it?
and he also recommended this like 2-step approach. Yeah,
It is
I
a very
don't
catchy
remember his
name.
name right now, but I can find. If you connect with me, yeah,
I already did.
yeah, great. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, I'll find him because I always forget his name. Yeah, he's very good in that, in LinkedIn ads and videos. So
Wow.
okay,
Yeah,
awesome.
that is
Thank you very much.
Yeah, for digital marketing, that's very cool.
Oh, I'm supposed to go to my aunt's house.
You didn't go yet?
Well, I was going to go tomorrow, but now she wants me to go there today.
Are you enjoying it?
I told her I was scheduled, but now she wants me to go tonight after this.
That's what you
Yeah, we use some tools.
So,
And we use various tools like Link Helper, Link Helper,
Yeah, but then I had to prepare those
Expandi,
presentations for which I closed on the call today.
Link Helper, Expandi, Get Sales, and also we tried Duxo, Meet Alfred, so
I pitched them
many of
as
them.
if they're already.
And what I want to
So I just
test,
started
I haven't tested it before, it's Clay, because
There is a different type of
Well,
energy
this
when
is
I'm
what they do, they help you to
excited.
enrich your target audience list. For example, by some additional information from various sources, and they create personalized messages
I don't know,
just in
it's
the
because
platform for
it's
each
because
person.
it's like about
And you can
nearshore
automate it
companies
using
entering
AI.
the US
Yeah.
market.
So yeah.
You know what Philip
Yeah, a little bit.
So it was a
I'm helping
document.
some startups right
You know,
now.
basically, it's like he heard nearshore, he was a nearshore company.
For
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
industry, but knowing this, like, will make like.
My day-to-day
Yeah, but-
job.
Yeah, it's much easier, but I haven't tried it yet. I've just
I saw that.
we're experimenting a little bit, but I've never tried it in our projects with our clients yet. It's called
Yeah,
play.com.
so I work
I saw that.
It's an investment company.
So
It's
somebody's
awesome.
gonna see that.
I work in finance,
What I do is just
specifically like vendor relations, purchasing, that type of stuff. Yeah, so it's good. It's very exciting.
And after that,
was requesting
No, it's,
that how to say,
What's
I think
making
it
you
was
stand out?
that's where I'm, that's where I'm trying to pivot into.
reaches
Right now, it's,
So you got
it's not that, so we do,
the target
it's
audience.
just like a fidelity.
No, like expenses.
So not,
I had a
Yeah,
cocktail.
but based on like all information and
Not too
so
much.
that you
But it's good, I enjoy
and
it.
also like
And then it allows me to have time, like, because I used to work for a company
Everything was
that
like-
used to have 67
Yeah,
hours.
yeah, it's also good.
Yeah, but I came
we
here
do
and I wanted to
this
do.
kind of automation.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I've never
exactly.
tried this
Yeah,
personalized
you sound like my
AI
old boss.
generated messages. Yeah, I want to try
That's
it.
what my
What
old
I
boss used to
get
say.
from some spammers, it's not very good.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. And also
Yes.
like I really like
Yeah.
what you said about networking first.
Exactly, yeah,
Like,
you're trying to move
because,
up, you
like,
can't.
I've done some
Yes.
calls.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, exactly. Just
Yeah,
have a nice
but,
comfortable pillow under your desk.
But it's also, if you listen to, I
No,
listened
it
to the
wasn't
whole
that bad.
Ellen
I remember nights.
Water book.
I was working till like
And it's
9
all
p.m.
about
But that's the only way you move up, like, you know,
Yeah,
it's
Salesforce.
working 40 hours.
Okay,
But
so if I
now that I'm at a good spot, I have.
Yeah, it's
Trained
true.
that.
Stepping back.
Yeah, I did.
Start
I
up.
just
Listen to the book, buy her book.
like the
I've read,
drama
I've heard
of
that.
people.
I
It's
think
like a
that's
game
also,
show, right?
I think
So if I was
Yeah,
in like
so right now I'm getting a lot